inspire, empower, grab your girls and soar a little higher. Unlock the fire in you, 'cause real women don't bitch, no. Real women don't, 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 real women don't bitch.
Hey, thank you for joining me on the Real Women Don't Bitch podcast. This is your proud host, August Crenshaw, aka Mrs. Raw, Real, and Relentless. I am the #1 advanced mental conditioning specialist for entrepreneurs because building mental muscle is necessary in order to implement successful business strategies. This show has been created for the woman who is not excuse-driven and needs help building a profitable business. I will be interviewing women from various fields who are willing to break the silence on struggles that specifically affect female entrepreneurs. Welcome to a show where I and guest speakers from time to time share our methods that help us beast our business no matter what is going on in our lives. Whether you are an online or brick and mortar business owner, this show is for you. We will hit every angle, personal, professional, and spiritual. Why? Because on any given day, you get hit with shit from a scenario involving one, more, or perhaps all of the above. It all impacts you and your mindset towards your business. I have made it my personal mission to provide a space where we dive deep into the BS we face on a day-to-day basis.
Good morning, beautiful people, or afternoon, evening, whatever it is, where you are. Let me just go ahead and say, let me send you some positive energy. I pray that you're having a great day. I am beyond excited because today is the kickoff of the Business Mastery Summit. So, I got to put this plug in there first. If you're listening to this podcast episode, as soon as it comes out, you still have an hour before we actually kick off. So go ahead and get your ticket. Only $27 to get the information that you need to really and truly build a profitable and sustainable business. Now, moving on. How are you guys doing out there in the entrepreneurial sphere? A lot of people are putting out so much negative energy, and that negative energy comes from their experience and it comes from their fear. And individuals like myself are able to still come out here and tell you to believe because of my energy and my experience. And I can tell you right now that I am continuously still being blessed in my business. I've said it on several other podcasts and Facebook Live videos that everybody ain't broke. Everybody is not broke, and that there are people out there that are still spending money. I have had people not only buy tickets to the summit, now they're starting to buy my books. And I'm not talking about on Amazon. I'm talking about directly from me for $30, because that clears taxes and shipping and all of that. And there's something that has risen up, in my tribe and the people that are around me, where they like, look, I'm buying the books and you just give them away, as you feel led to do so. Ticket sales are finally just rolling on in. Things are looking really great. The projections are looking the way that they're supposed to. But that's because none of this was on accident. Plot, plan, and strategize, ladies and gentlemen. Plot, plan, and strategize. And you'll find out if you come to the summit. So as you can see, I'm going to be plugging it throughout this entire thing. One of my segments is summit strategies. And the woman is asking me very deep questions. She's asking me to get into the grit of the details. And I'm talking about timelines, raising speaker morale. I'm talking about, the influx of ticket sales, when they go up, when they go down, money that you make during the summit, and then that back end game after the summit. I'm talking about anything and everything that you can think of as it pertains to this. Now, I've been doing this since 2017, and I've hosted, this would now be my 5th summit. I've hosted 5 summits. And so you would think that I pretty much got a great handle on it. You know what I'm saying? I've got a reputation that precedes me. And so many of you right now, the only thing that this current climate in the United States and the global economy is doing is it is putting a microscope on people who decided to be entrepreneurs. And many people decided to be entrepreneurs because it was quote unquote glamorous. Oh, look at me, I'm running my own business. And you know, while the getting was good and it was easy to just have some manipulative marketing language out there and give people shitty ass quality on the other side of that link click, now people are just being more cautious. It isn't that people don't have money to spend. It isn't that everybody has lost their jobs. There are some people that are really feeling this, but the ones that are ready to invest with you, they just checking you out a little bit longer. They're looking at you a little bit more closely so that they can make sure that they can feel secure with their investment. And so my question is, what are they going to find? What are they going to find? Because so many of you bought into the lie that entrepreneurship is about finding some easy breezy lemon squeezy process. No, I'm not telling you that you're supposed to train your mind to believe that it's going to be hard and difficult and nothing is going to work, but it is going to be challenging. If for no other reason, because you're going to realize that there are certain skill sets that you don't have. You're like your communication. Your quality of your communication could be much better. Technologically, you're going to have a very steep learning curve. Emotionally, you're going to have to get out of your feelings and remember to keep what's business, business, and what's personal, personal. So you're going to change and you're going to grow whether money is coming in or not. Everybody has some form of a struggle that they have to get over because entrepreneurship is about the becoming. I've said it on many occasions. It is one of the best spiritual journeys that you can go on because your faith is going to be tested. What faith is there in having a job and getting a check? And some of you still aren't shook to the core because even though all of this stuff happened with Corona, your job just made you a teleworker. And so you haven't felt a debt, or many of you may have already had jobs where you were teleworkers. So you're not thinking for one second that you'll be like any of these other people and have to question where your next dollar will come from. As an entrepreneur, you have to stay on your A game with your marketing, with your connections with people, with your sales strategy, because your money comes from you and comes from your efforts. Yeah, I'm not talking about the advanced strategies of when you have income coming in and you learn how to invest so your money's making money for you. Let's just talk about where you start. Let's just talk about what this looks like. And I've said it on multiple occasions. Many women, even though we've become entrepreneurs faster, many of us are not going to make it because we're so busy trying to figure out how we going to have a self-care day. And you should be trying to have a self-care moment and get your ass back to the grind because you got to show up and you got to build your business. And so I did a live video last night with one of my speakers, and she even said, hey, some of you all that want August results may try to do what August does, but you can't do that because it will exhaust you. And, the bottom line is I went live like 3 times yesterday, and some of those lives were really long. But with every single live, I got sale after sale after sale. People were selling. It was just about what was in the atmosphere. Buying, and it was just about what was in the atmosphere. A lot of the sales hadn't even came from the people that were on the videos. It was other sales that were coming in. And then after the video was over, people that were on it then went and start buying their tickets. But I don't have to think. I literally just say, hey, we going live? What you want to talk about? Okay, push record. When I'm doing it by myself, I'll be like, ooh, I'm finna talk about this. Push record. And I allow myself to be off the cuff because I understand that people, especially now, but this has always been my brand. I have always shown up raw, real, and relentless. I have always shown up authentic. I'm just going to speak off the cuff, and sometimes I can have an ideal and I could be going one direction, but if the people on the video say one thing, then guess what? I'm switching gears, and yeah, I'm entertaining what they're talking about. And that's going to be my conversational point. So are you in this for the long haul? Do you have long game strategy, or was this all about a short-term thing for you? Because if you're operating out of sheer will and desire and love, you can make it. But if the only thing you're doing is you're doing this business so that you could be able to make some money, then I'm sorry. It's quite a few people that are going to be hanging themselves. And I'm not saying that very loosely. I'm not saying that loosely at all, especially if there are any Caucasians that follow me. I'm serious. You guys, when your quality of life is threatened, you will commit suicide in a heartbeat. And I don't want anybody to do that. I just want you to slow down. I want you to breathe. I want you to think for 2 seconds and say, let me be accountable. Because what I was building as a business before was really a fucking sham. I got some gimmicks and I got some people to fall for it. And now I actually got to do the fucking work. Now I actually got to do the fucking work in order to be a real thoroughbred entrepreneur. So if you are out here and you have a business and you can't consistently keep it together, you're kind of struggling to figure out what it is that you do next to get leads. You don't know if you should or shouldn't be preparing for speaking engagements after this. How do you maximize online opportunities, whether that's, doing podcasting, being featured, hosting your own summit, being featured on summits, writing your book, doing lead generation, creating lead magnets. If all of those things are troubling you, and at the end of the day you know that your business is not as solid as you said, then guess what? After this podcast episode is over, head on over to augustcrenshaw.com, go to the business mastery tab and get your ticket to the summit. And for those of you that don't know how to spell my name, that is AUGUSTE, August with an E, CRENSHAW. So augustcrenshaw.com. Get your ticket, and then make sure if you don't open up any other email, you open up that first one so that you can get the links, because I have a private network. It is not on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, none of that stuff, where the videos will be housed. And if you're following me on Facebook, if you register, and sometimes technology is wonky because it'll spam or prevent deliverability, message me. I'll confirm that I see your email, and I'll make sure, see your receipt, and I'll make sure that I get you the ticket. But we kick off in just right at almost 24 hours. So what's it going to be? All right. Come and get some hardcore, uncensored, unfiltered truth about this journey, so you can make your next move your best move for real.
Thank you for joining me today. Remember to cultivate a mindset that is biased towards taking action. No bitching, whining, or complaining. Here, our mantra is, real women don't bitch, we get shit done. See you next week as I continue to bring you what you need to keep your head in the game and beast your business. Don't forget to hit subscribe and leave us a 5-star review. Would you like a specific topic covered? Have a question you would like answered live? Then head on over to realwomen.don't bitch.podcast.com. Subscribe to my email list, hit me up, and I got you. Interested in being a guest speaker? You walk the walk? Then you can sign up on the website too. This is your #1 advanced mental conditioning specialist for entrepreneurs, Mrs. Raw, Real, and Relentless. Signing out. Deuces.
Inspire, empower, grab your girls and soar a little higher. Unlock the fire.